Hello, my name's Mark10967, and today I want to talk a little bit about ethics and the ethics within Rust, specifically with admins. Now, you've probably seen 100 videos where admins have been abusive and abused their rights. So there is essentially a power play that admins can do. To the players. They can abuse the players that are playing on their server. I'm all against that, obviously, for obvious reasons. But there is another type of... It's not an abuse as such. It's just more of a... Well, it's I think it's wrong ethically. So the problem is that you've got VIP status. Now, Storm PvE has recently gone into a change where if you had VIP status, you got all sorts of extra goodies. It's not something that sat well with me. I don't particularly like that. I've said it before in a previous video. Having a VIP status causes problems because there's going to be a choice between the people that do have stuff and the people that can't get stuff. Now, originally I was saying to the people on the server that you get quarries. Now, if you're just a normal player and you're not paying any extra money, which I don't agree with, you've got a problem. Because only a certain proportion of the players on that particular server will be able to afford to give money. Now, you also got to remember, I've been an admin on Storm PvE until recently, and the problem is that most of the players that you're talking to, they're children. They're 14, 15, 16 years old. Obviously, there's others that are older, and that's not a problem. But they're in that bracket group. And what you're saying to these children is, give me money, and I'll give you stuff in a computer game. So essentially, I'm not really giving you anything whatsoever except for computer sprites. That, to me, is a bit unethical. So that's why I've left. So I'm not going to go back to Storm PvE. The irony was that the admin, the GTA, and I were still good friends, but we disagree on this one point, and I couldn't stay with the server any longer. So I'm hoping we're still friends, but I couldn't stay with the server any longer. It was unethical in my eyes to do that, to charge children for money. Now, it was a small amount of money. It was only £3, but it's the ethics of it. I don't like trying to not con, but trying to leverage money off children. I just can't. I can't. I'm a father of 3 children. It's just something I cannot abide by. So we were disagreeing about it, and we were arguing about it. The irony is that I was going to pay for the entire server for the year. Once I found out how cheap it is to actually run a server, it's something like £5. It's nothing. It's pennies to me. I would have paid for the entire server for a year, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. So I've left Storm PvE behind. I'm no longer an admin there. But I have found another server. Not a better server, but an equal server, but it's more of a challenge. Now, in Storm PvE, I could, if I wanted to, in 12 hours, I could have a base built, have every single recipe, every single experiment in the workbench done, and I would... have all the blueprints unlocked, and I would have AK, full set of heavy armor. It's too much because then you've got, well, the wipe is the blueprint wipe will be once every 2 months. So you've now got 59. So that's 60 days. So you got 59 days of running around taking down heli. It's boring. It's boring. There's no challenge there anymore. So I've actually moved. So this is the one I've gone to. It's Zombie Nation PvE. It has Z levels, which I do enjoy because I do believe the more you farm, the more you should get. It also has a shop, so you can now buy things in a shop, and again, you can order a personal Bradley, you can order a personal heli, you can skydive. Now, we've done skydiving before in Storm PvE, but this is actually proper skydiving. You actually got a parachute, and you are teleported to 30,000 feet instead of just being in a town. You can increase your Z levels in mining, and I think that's a really good idea. The cost is role-playing points, which you get for killing zombies, of which there are tons on this server. You will need a gun. It's not so much about zombies that will kill you, it's about the volume of zombies that will kill you. So it is a really good server. I've spoken to the admins. There's two of them that I've met. One is called Checkmate, he's the owner, and the other one is Yelena. She's really nice. So I invite anyone who wants to come and have a bit more of a challenge to come and join us. Again, you can buy a scientist suit here. We would never get that in Storm PvE. It affects one of the mods. It's got everything that Storm PvE's got, and including quarries. You don't have to be a VIP to get a quarry here. You just have to kill zombies and you get one. So there's all sorts of stuff you can buy in this shop, and picture frames and silworks, and you can do fishing, and there's a lot more to offer here than Storm PvE. A lot more things that they can do here. Obviously you can buy an AK and all the guns and an M249 if you can afford it. The other thing they've got is quests. We tried to do this in Storm PvE, but it kept on crashing. So here's the other one. Here's the quests. So again, you can do quests on this server. The thing is that the loot is not easy. Oh, by the way, it's got this weird sliding door thing. I think that's a little bit weird. You can take that off just by pressing T, and I think it's S door. And now it goes back to normal. The resources themselves, it's not times 10. Gathering materials is not times 10, so you're going to have a hard time hitting barrels and boxes and things like that. So that's me. That's why I've moved. An ethical dilemma. I won't try and get money from children. I'm sorry, it just doesn't sit well with me, and it took me a while to realise why I was very uncomfortable on the server anymore. So the scrap level on this is, so that's 7, and rope is 2. So on a Storm PvE that would be 20 rope. 20 rope and 20 scrap. So again, if the more you mine, the more resources you gather. It's tricky. It's not an easy server to work on. I'm not an admin here. I'm just a player. But I'm going to continue doing the videos about how to loot things, about TC. So even though I've left Storm PvE and I'm no longer an admin, I will still teach you how to loot certain things. I'm also going to open up a private server, not a public one, just a private server, in case I need to go into NoClip and show you certain ways of a different viewpoint of the monuments, because sometimes that comes in handy. So hang on one second. Set home launcher. So yeah. Whoops, Daisy, set home launch. So the admins are nice. They've got a rig event here as well, which works, and I will show you that because that is one hell of a funny time to have. It's like an oil rig in sea, and there's explosions, and there's tons and tons of loot there. So again, I'll be talking about that in other videos. But I think I'm going to stay. I think this is the server for me. I've been hunting around. So they got zombie hordes, treasure hunts. That's fun. You get like a map, and you find it, and then a box appears when you go to a certain location, and you can loot it. absolute sort. You can ride horses here. There's personal CCTV cameras. There's fishing. You can have a home recycler like you can in Storm PvE. It's not a problem. You got a recycler there. You can have cars and boats. You can have your own personal car and boat. You got a PvP island in case you want to do some fighting, and you can also do a raid on PvP. Backpacks. Again, this is one of the reasons why I do love this server. The backpack. When you usually do the backpack, sometimes on servers it becomes like a visible backpack in front of your face. They've actually fixed it on this one, so that's another benefit. It won't do that. What else has it got? Furnace splitter, Instacraft, not Fastcraft. So this is Instacraft. Storm PvE had 65,000 stacking. This has only got 50k stacking, which again I think is more of a challenge. Veteran after 75 hours gives no durability to weapons and tools. That's good, because what you're doing is getting a VIP status for actually being on the server. This is something that sits very, very well with me ethically. Because I don't want to frisk children for money. I'm sorry, it's not my thing. I'll never be comfortable with it. Obviously, I understand that this server would have cost money, but again, if GTA would have given me a bit of time, I would have worked out a way to give him money to pay for the server for an entire year. That didn't obviously come to fruition. So before I could do anything about it, he basically said we should part our ways, which is fine. I mean, just because I'm not an admin doesn't mean I can't be his friend. It just means I don't really particularly like the server anymore. So I've moved. I will be coming over here. I've asked anyone to come and join me or stay on Storm PvE. That's fine. But this is where I will be. I'll continue to do videos here. Yeah, this is a PvE server. And yeah, I actually think this is a pretty damn good server. It's got more slots, more player slots here than Storm. Storm's only got 50. If you look in the top left-hand, this has got 75. And it's got 21 players on a 3:30 in the afternoon of a Sunday. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, and it's got a full map. It's not a custom map. It's the old original procedural map. The custom map. Yeah, you kept on falling through the map. The custom map is still way too glitchy for my tastes. And if you're falling through the map, what's the point? So again, it's not something I like. They have specific zones. This particular island over here is for helicopters. It's very big. This is a 4K map or 5K map. I'm not entirely sure. It's a huge map. So yeah, it's a server I've enjoyed on. It's a server I'll play on. So this is the heli map. There's tons of space there to build, and you obviously get your pumpkins in there. So this is where I am. So if you want to have some fun, come and join me. And if you don't, that's fine. That's great. And I will see you on the next video. And hopefully with more monuments to do. I think the next video I'm going to do is water treatment. That's the big one. So this is the one. This is your go-to monument for easy loot. So hopefully I'll see you there. And yeah, my name's Mark10967, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Okay, thanks for watching.